Hello, gourmands and geezers, my name is Tibiusguy, and welcome back to Final Fantasy IX, where we are supposed to be heading to Gizamaluk's Grotto, and to try and gain entry into the country of Burmecia, and we'll get to that. Maybe not in this video, but we will get to it. And before we do, though, there's a lot to explore in this little section of the world map, starting with the Q's Swamp, because there's a little mechanic that's attached to Quina that I should probably explain. And it's this: frog catching. Quina loves themselves some frogs, and catching frogs is part of a sort of mini progression system for Quina themselves. First of all, Quina will eventually be able to, in fact, we will in this video acquire the ability called Frog Drop, which increases in damage in direct proportion to the number of frogs that you have caught in the various Q's marshes across the world, up to a maximum of 9,999 damage, which makes Quina an absolute powerhouse in the late game, if you take the time to visit the Q's marshes and catch frogs. And you'll need to catch like 101 of them to get that spell up to its absolute maximum damage. And at that point, like, it becomes an absolute cheat ability under a lot of circumstances, but it is also a hell of a lot of work, because the way that Q's Marsh works is that, as you can see, there's a bunch of frogs hopping around. You've got a bunch of green frogs, and you've got the rare golden frog, which I've been lucky enough to see spawn here. And these frogs are male and female, and if there needs to be at least a male and a female frog present in a swamp in order for the frog population to repopulate. If you don't have that, eventually all the frogs will disappear, and it'll take ages for them to repopulate in the swamp. What the golden frog does is that so long as a male and female frog are present, the golden frog will increase the respawn rate of frogs. And what this all adds up to is a fucking pain in the ass, to be quite honest. Like, this is such a painfully slow minigame. It's supposed to be a thing of, like, you take the time to go and visit Q's marshes every once in a while, play this minigame, catch the frogs, get some great rewards for it, and in so doing, you power up Quina to rather substantial extent, but boy howdy, it takes a million years to do, and it's a pain in the ass. So, and it's not just a pain in the ass, by the way, because of the weird spawn mechanics of the frogs, and you have to wait for them to respawn, which takes, like, real time, but also because just catching them when you're doing the minigame is a pain in the butt. Fortunately, though, there is another way for us to do this on PC. Theoretically, there we go. I have enabled a hack that allows me to change the increment. Like, so when I catch one frog, I can set it to, instead of catching just one frog at a time, we're now catching 10 frogs at a time. And as you can see, as you reach certain increments, Master Quail comes along and gives you items as rewards for your hard work. And it seems like the increment can only go up to the next reward. Well, that's convenient, actually. That means I'm not going to go too far, because I'm not gonna catch like a million. I'm not gonna get all the way up to the 100 frogs, but I am gonna do up to 15, which is gonna be the next increment when I catch one more frog. If you little jerks want to get on dry land so I can get you. I don't want to catch the golden one. Although, honestly, it's not like I care about the respawn rate. There we go. There we go. That's the first set of rewards. They are not overpowered. They're not like... It's like, the elixir is the most powerful thing. The silk robe is kind of nice. If I were to catch more, he would start giving me weapons. Specifically, he'd give me like, I think it's called like the bistro fork or something, which is like a fairly late game weapon, which would make Quina substantially overpowered just by virtue of how high its stats are right now. So we're not going to do that. But I'm going to do this in order just to speed along that goddamn frog collecting minigame, because I cannot be arsed with it. But the reason why I still want to do it, like the reason why I'm not just skipping it, is that the last thing that's hidden behind it is an optional boss fight with Master Quail himself. which is a very difficult boss fight. Like, he's extremely powerful. So you don't want to trigger that too early in the game, as I found out to my cost. Here we go. So, characters learn abilities faster, so that's very nice to have on Vivi, and prevents silence is also very nice to have. Not overpowered, but just nice to have. Cool. With that out of the way, let's go do the other extremely time-consuming thing that's available here. Right, that's Gisamaluk's Grotto, or... No, that's the Dragon Gate. That's just me going right back where I came from. Doi. The other time-consuming thing is these Chocobo tracks here. We're gonna go catch us a Chocobo. Well, sorta. You'll see. And hey, a battle. Which means I can introduce Queena's special mechanic to you as well. And I might need to grind a little bit. Anyway, Queena can eat people. Or monsters, rather. And Queena learns abilities by eating monsters. And that is this game's version of blue magic. And some of these are, like, fairly useless. As you would imagine, blue magic almost always is, like, kind of a crap shot in terms of how good it is. But it does have a few abilities that, like, if you know how to use them, are just obscenely overpowered. For example, there's an ability called Limit Glove, which we could go and learn right now, but I don't think I really want, because it's a gimmick ability. It's only there to be exploited. Where did my map go? Oh, no, sorry, Moogle. I didn't mean to call you. What's the... Oh, select. That's back to Dragon. Bad at navigating. There we go. This way. The ability called Limit Glove does no damage under most circumstances, but if your character has exactly 1 HP left, it will do 9,999 damage to whatever it hits. And that's a gimmick ability that you can use, like, to basically kill off Queena, then revive them, and then they'll probably have 1 HP, and then you can use Limit Glove to just, like, instantly take out most things for, like, a while in the game. Which is, like, a gimmick thing that's, like, fun to do once or twice, but other than that, it's just kind of, you know... It loses its appeal very quickly. Now, these guys we do have to eat. So Queena can only eat enemies when those enemies are below 25 HP. And getting them there without killing them can be a bit of a hassle. Oh, that's the counter stance. It's going to counter if I attack it now. But there we go. And the reason why I need to eat them is because they teach Mighty Guard, which I can't use yet. I don't think Queena even has enough MP to do it. Yeah, 64 MP would be required. But that's going to come in handy for some boss fights later. And there's, like... I feel like, in my memory at least, most enemies in the game will teach you something if you eat them. And some enemies are just like, they taste bad and Queena doesn't learn anything from them. But most enemies will have an ability that you can learn from them. And it's really hard to miss out on abilities. Which is nice. It's a nice thing that you don't, like, have to chase down, like, one specific enemy who only lives in one place for most abilities. You will have plenty of options to get them. But yeah, that's the thing that, like, in most of my playthroughs, I've never really used Queena much because their power is so dependent. It's so dependent on doing the frog quest. It's so dependent on going around and eating all the monsters that you need to eat in order to build up Queena's abilities. And just to top it off, Queena's physical damage, even though currently they have like far and away the highest attack power on the entire team, tends to be highly random. Like there's a really wide delta between their minimum damage and their maximum damage, and that makes them unreliable in battle, which is like, ugh. Anyway.
Kaboo! I'm Mean, master of this forest. This Chocobo is my friend, Kaboo. His name is Choco. And this is...
Anyway, here's the other extremely time-consuming thing that we can do right now, and which we will do, because we need to for a thing. Hey, did a cute girl with long hair come by here?
No, but an ugly girl came by here.
Oh, I guess she didn't come this way. Maybe she's heading towards Burmecia after all. I'd better get moving.
You want to hurry, Kaboo?
Yeah, sort of.
Then take Choco. You won't run into monsters if you ride Choco. Choco, come here.
It's okay. Don't force him.
No, if Choco hates, Choco runs away. Choco, come on, Kaboo. Fine, I'll just get to the point, Kaboo. These are Gissel greens. You can call Choco outside the forest with these.
Anyway, this is... Now we need to go get the Chocobo. So, the reason why we need to do this is because it also ties into an optional late-game super boss that I at least want to show you. Like, I'm not necessarily gonna be able to beat them, but I at least want to show them off. And by the way, listen to this. Anyway, I like that version of the Chocobo theme. So, there's an optional super, like the most powerful boss in the game, who is available only, at least to the best of my knowledge, if you have cleared all of this Chocobo nonsense, or at least a substantial amount of this Chocobo nonsense. So we need to do this. I will not make you sit through it, don't worry. I'll just show off how it works. And then, you know, we'll... magic of editing, skip ahead in time until I'm done with everything I can do here. And then we'll move on.
Choco, how are you? Kaboo?
What's the big secret?
Welcome back, Kaboo. I knew you'd get along with Choco, Kaboo. Did you know, Kaboo? Once a Chocobo chooses its master, it follows him forever. Choco ran away from his last master. That guy was mean. Choco didn't like him, Kaboo. I helped Choco escape. Now we're living together, Kaboo. Here's the thing, Kaboo. Choco has ability to seek out treasures and items hidden underground. But I can't ride Chocobos. Will you help me, Kaboo? 60 gil per game, and you keep all the items Choco digs up.
Welcome to Chocobo Hot and Cold. You run around, you try and dig in the ground, hoping to find something somewhere that makes Choco go, quack! Yeah, there we go. Okay, that looks good. Within a time limit. And as you can see, his beak does a certain amount of damage to the ground. Yes, stone with patterns, excellent. And as you dig up more things, his beak becomes more powerful, and he can dig up things that are deeper in the ground faster, so, etc. This game also is a ball buster of a thing. Hey, Phoenix Pinion, nice. Because every time you find a thing, another thing is randomly generated somewhere in the forest. And sometimes you just have Choco going, "Quah!" as though you're really close to a thing, and you go everywhere and poke everywhere, and you can't find the other thing. Anyway, the point of doing that is to dig up the stone with patterns that I just found. What's the stone with patterns?
Can I see? Kaboom! There's a picture of some location on the stone. Kaboom! This place must have tons of treasures. Kaboom! Why don't you go out of the forest and look for this place? Kaboom! It's free of charge, of course.
These are chocographs. Which are treasures that are hidden specifically on the world map. So, I'm just gonna look at a guide here. Because frankly, I don't have time. Again, this is the thing, like, this is something that I do love. Is it on the other side of the bridge? About Final Fantasy IX is that you have these overworld exploration things. There it is. Found you. That gives you a reason to be in the overworld. Outside of just, you know, getting from place to place. It makes the overworld feel more alive. But Chocobo Hot and Cold is so annoying to play. At least well, no, it's fun, actually. Chocobo Hot and Cold is a fun game to play. It's fun to run around, do the thing. But it's also very repetitive. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over and over again a lot. And a lot of the time, you're just kind of running around in a half circle, and you know something is like right here, but you can't. And it's like, it gets tedious after a while, and it's not great for Let's Play content, so I'm gonna fade out real quickly through the magic of editing to when I have found the rest of the chocographs that are in this forest, then we'll go dig them up, and then we'll move on. And we're back. I have dug up, I believe, all of the chocographs that are available in the forest, so now Choco is peak level 20, which is kind of a lot. And we're gonna go find one of them. There's only one of them available right now. The rest of them are scattered all over the world map. And most of them won't become available until much later. But one of them we can go and grab now. And it's down here somewhere. Is it over here? Yes. It's around here. It's called Between Mountains, and it's here somewhere. There it is. Sweet. And that's all the chocographs we can dig up right now. But the rest of them will become available as the game goes on. And I'll try and take some time out to go and get them all. Right, well then, last thing that needs doing before we move on with the game is we need to teach Quina a couple more abilities. Just to make them useful, like so that they have something to do. And one of them, well, two of them actually, are here in the swamp. So, there we go. Hello, Mr. Toad. I think I'll have Freya hit you in the face once. Then Quina should be able to eat you. Not yet, huh? But a second hit from Freya will surely kill it. You are very annoying. Yeah, because that was a critical. Okay. Vivi, could you please hit that Gigan Toad with your little staff one time? There we go. Frog Drop. Now, that's the ability that I was talking about earlier that gains power based on how many frogs Quina has caught. So that's one of the ones we need. The second one we need is with an enemy called the Axolotl, who's here somewhere, I'm sure. There it is. Let's see. There we go. Aqua Breath. That's the ability that I wanted. Now, Aqua Breath in this game is a little bit unique, as you shall see right now. In that, as you can tell by looking at the characters, it did wildly varying damage across all of them, and that's because this version of Aqua Breath does damage based on a percentage of your health. Which, for enemies with very high health, can make it kind of useful in terms of, like, whittling them down. But it has, like, very low power against pretty much everything else. Okay, so far so good. Let's just bring Choco with us, because we need to find ourselves an enemy called the Iron Knight. How about now? Yes, there we go. There's an Iron Knight. Now, this boy is a bit of a troublemaker. He has about 800 health, which takes a while to whittle down to the point where you can eat him. And since I don't have scan to check his health completely, I do have to be a little bit careful. Okay, any chance that you can eat him now, Quina? Yes! Angel Snack. That's the ability that I wanted to get my hands on. Now, Angel Snack is useful because it depends on whether you have the items available, but it allows you to use a remedy on every single one of your party members in one turn, which can be extremely powerful if you're dealing with a bunch of status changes, for example. It does require you to have a bunch of remedies on hand, which, you know, they're a little expensive, but it's a thing that comes in handy against certain enemies. Anyway, you may remember this place. We have seen this before. And we'll just get the HP MP restoration, and then Mocha Coffee. This is where Cinna and Baku and Marcus were walking along, having escaped from Evil Forest at some point, and Cinna left behind his coffee gear, which allows us to get our hands on the rare key item called Mocha Coffee. And I don't think there's a lot else here. Well, there's an ether, but you can see that Tantalus has been through here because they've looted the treasure chest ahead of time. Now, the coffee, I don't know if we're going to do the side quest necessarily fully, but there you go. Is a key item that you can get, and if you get, I think there's 3 of them in the game total, and if you manage to gather all of them, there's a tiny little side quest thing that gets unlocked where you can get a completely inconsequential cosmetic thing. That's not that exciting, but it's a thing you can have to get it if you want. Now, There we go. Gisamaluk's Grotto. Finally, we're ready to move on. No. Come on, get up. Damn it, say something. Oh, man. The Black Mages, who are they? It's okay. You didn't do anything. Vivi, aren't they your... The king might be in danger. Come on. I sure hope Dagger didn't come here. Let's go. Hey, are you alright?
Black Mages couldn't do anything.
We're here to help. We're on our way to Burmecia.
Undone for. Take this bell and go to Burmecia. The Black Mages took our bells. The king's in palace. Please say.
Hey! I'll protect him, don't worry. So, you need the bells to open doors in this place. Oh, I don't remember if they are worth eating. What's their name? Hornets. I don't think so. Well, I feel like I'm probably going to one-hit kill them anyway. Oh, maybe not. There we go, Vanish. That's what I was looking for. That's why I wanted to encounter a Vice, because they have Vanish as well. But this will do. Okay, she's learned antibody, which means we can move on to Le Mithril Gloves. But yeah, the bells are one-time use only.
Kill. Kill. Kill.
Who is that? That? I don't know. I know I've seen him somewhere before. Somewhere before? I have not seen him. I know. I guess it is not important. Let's kill him. Yes, kill him, shall we? And there's the Black Mages. They cannot be eaten. Well, they can be eaten, but there's no point. They don't teach you anything. Savage monsters are they? Run away! Yes, hello. Thank you for using thunder magic on the one character I have who's completely immune to thunder, and in fact absorbs it. That is very kind of you. Sweet. Now we can move on to the butterfly sword for him, and the headgear. And the Germanus boots. No new weapon for Freya for a while. You can learn add status. And millionaire. Right. What's the thing I'm supposed to do? I don't have any more bells, so... Oh, no, wait, I did have a bell. Doi.
Darling! Can you hear me? Darling! Please say something!
I didn't expect to see a Moogle here. What's wrong?
My husband, he's inside this bell! He's trapped, Kaboom!
Oh, you poor thing.
We just held our wedding here. Then some scary clowns attacked us. I was so scared, Kaboom!
The spells are huge. I don't know if we can lift it.
No, please! Huh? Hello? Oh, wait! Yeah, it's you! I know you. Hey, you have coconut? Yeah, I got one in Lindblom. Really? Can I have it?
Yes, you can.
Oh, thank you. Darling, I have yummy coconut. Kaboo! I love coconuts. Darling, where are you going? Thank you.
What a crazy couple. Thank you. We go Magus Hat for Vivi. To teach him slow, which is going to be a rather important ability. Ooh, Lamia. I believe you can eat them and get something, I think. Assuming that this doesn't just insta-kill her. Vivi's confused. I can't really do anything about it. So, Might basically, yeah, it increases her physical attack power, which is a bother and a half. Still has to weaken. Okay. Oh, piss off! But yeah, Lamia get dangerous if you leave them alive for too long, because they do that a lot. And then they... Yeah, okay, let's just kill her. We're just killing her. We're just murdering the hell out of her. Because that's bad. That's not good at all. There we go. Okay, whatever they have, it's not worth it. I don't care. Let's see. There's another treasure here somewhere, right? Okay, we'll give it one more shot. Trying to eat one. Oh, fuck you! Yeah, no shit. Don't kill someone. 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 Don't do it. Why do you get so many turns? There we go. Level 3 defenseless. Aw, that's useless though. So level 3 defenseless, as the name implies, if an enemy has a level that's a multiple of 3, you can use that to, like, basically just make them more vulnerable to physical attack, which is, like, potentially useful in certain situations. Not that much, though. Ah, there you are. Mithril gloves. Yes. No, for God's sake! Let's see. Let's just do frog drop. Why not? Let's use it for something. It's probably not going to be that powerful yet, but, no, not really. Vivi's running out of mana. Or MP, rather. You'll notice, by the way, that Vivi isn't doing his victory dance right now. And that's a thing that, to the best of my knowledge, is because, specifically, like, he's not in a good headspace, right? He's not feeling like celebrating because, you know, of the whole everything that's happening. Yep. Now, give me the things that are here. I know there are things here. Hey, skeletons. At least it's not another frickin' Lamia. But they do have the Whirl Slash, which is kind of annoying. See if there's anything to eat from you. I think they just teach Pumpkinhead, which I already have. Yeah, tastes bad. So if an enemy doesn't teach you any abilities, then Quina will say, it tastes bad. But that can also be because you've already learned the ability that the enemy teaches. Bronze vest, thank you. Put that on Vivi. Oh, no, wait, shit, he needs to have the... He needs to learn ability up. What am I doing?
Take the spell. Please protect Bermisha.
He's alive, at least.
That's something. Thanks again. Now we can go on our honeymoon.
This year's Festival of the Hunt was so exciting, Kabo. The highest score was 174 points. A woman named Freya won the title. Last year's winner, Belna, only got 116 points. Oh, it was so much fun.
It wasn't a congratulation letter, but it was fun to read. Come on.
Good. Yes, I like Kubo nuts. So, there's a side quest in the game where at various points in the game you can get Kupo nuts, and then you can come here and give them to him, and he will give you a few special items in return for it. Let's do a tent, because I need to recover mana, or MP. And then I think we save, because this feels like an okay place to leave off. We've got a boss fight coming up, as well as, you know, some story developments and stuff. So, if you want to see how that all shakes out, well, you're gonna have to come back for the next video, aren't you? So if you enjoyed hanging out in the world of Final Fantasy IX with me, hit the like, comment, and or subscribe buttons in whatever combination feels most natural to you. Like, just go with the flow, man. Just feel it out, see how it goes. And I'd be very grateful for that help. Other than that, I have a Patreon merchandise store and a tip jar, and memberships are available on this channel. If you want to support me more directly, then those are some options for which you can do that. And if not, that's completely okay as well. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to wash your hands.